break or throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't bend, break or throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Canada, site to race number 14 of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series as we've reached the halfway point of the regular season. Joining me in the booth once again is Stephen Pods III.
Hello guys. We're in Canada this week, so.
Front row today is Card Pollard and Chris Louviere, who will be in the Dodge Factory Ride, and in row 2 will be his clone Sabrina Rogers. Zachary Fitzwater also in row 2. Preston Plord and Delon Abrahamian make up row 3 with Amanda Shelley, Bafode Sacco row 4, and Alex Perkle and James Shelley in the sister Ream car in row 5 as well. Here's the rest of the starting grid.
So my thoughts for the race is going to be, I look at Osborne to be a favorite. He was fast in all the sessions this week. It's going to be a draft setup, so who knows who's going to win. But I look maybe for Hyatt and maybe Irving, who cut into the points lead of Gilbert last week, to maybe have some more momentum, and maybe the bad run for Gilbert will lead to Irving and Hyatt making up more points. But who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully no one hits the wall of death.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, hopefully. John Irvin, Sam Young make up the final row of the grid. The points coming in, Elijah Gilbert leads by 83 points over John Irvin. Joshua Hyatt is 100 points back with 2 wins on the season. Sky Commons, Preston Plord make up the rest of the top 5, 111 and 121 points back respectively. Jonathan Zorline on back-to-back wins is up in 6th in points now with 2 wins and 125 back. Here's the command.
Start your engine.
Command has been given. Chris Livier, Dylan Young make up our 8th and 9th in the points, separated by just 1 single point each, 135 and 136 back of Gilbert. And RJ Reynolds is the last car that can leave here as the points leader, 145 back in 9th with his 2 wins, and Kev Shear fell from 2nd down to 10th in the points last week as someone did not get going.
They probably saw the moving billboard and got scared.
Well.
No comment.
So Jessica Shelton does not get rolling off the grid. Onboards that we'll take, as we will most likely need them in this one. We'll start with the Napa onboard of Elijah Gilbert. John Irvin, the Menards onboard. Joshua Hyatt, the Good Sam onboard. Sky Commons, the Dodge onboard. Preston Plord, the Chevy onboard. Jonathan Zorline, the AM/PM onboard camera. And the last 2, Dylan Young carrying the Ford onboard camera. And RJ Reynolds carrying the Toyota onboard as we are green.
I just want to give a quick shout to that amazing pit box on the 84.
The what?
The pit box on the Joe Ruttman truck having the Chris Fontaine pit box.
Well, I hate having trucks with red and blue pit boxes, and so that was the only 84 pit box I had.
Anyways, Card Paul will not lead the first lap, it looks like.
Well, he will be able to move down in front of Preston Plord as right now it looks like he might be able to. Let's see, off turn number 4. No move from Preston, and Card Pollard will get 5 bonus points.
It's good for card season, but now it's going to be a really fast and furious race.
And already like that, 3 wide into turn 1 as Alex Perkle goes for the top spot.
As 3 wide at this track is never good. Gotta be careful.
And Preston Plord also up there 3 wide with Card Pollard.
Everybody mixing. Oh, someone in the back dancing.
That was, I believe, the 92 I saw, as we are getting massive frame rate.
Okay, at least I'm not the only one getting the massive frame rate.
3 wide, 3 rows deep right now with Sabrina Rogers. That's Elijah Gilbert on the inside of it.
With Stephen Pollard behind him pushing. Pollard's a good plate racer here.
Yep. Worth mentioning that Chris Louvier came home second in the Daytona race, and that was also second to the 92 truck, which is one of the SS Racing cars. And there he is at the back, or at least in the mid-pack, actually, I should say.
Someone to look at, too, is Steve Pollard, who's, I don't know where he is in the pack, but he was one of the best Cup drivers at Super Speedways this year, so we'll see how he does.
Well, I don't think that's translated too well over here, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that this weekend in Ontario.
Well, next week.
Okay, never mind then. Anyways, going back to the Steve Pollard leading. How about that?
Sky Commons actually is leading, and it's Pollard second, Tim Randolph in the SS Racing in third, and Vince Almarego is fourth in the Blue Oval Racing entry. Now Faith Rollins going for fourth.
Faith Rollins have had a good few weeks, jugging them out from the bottom of the points to gain some positions.
Just got her first top 5 of the season last week at Vegas. Looking to build on that now as they go forward.
They led a few laps last weekend, but everybody
actually led the most laps.
So the position, if we don't have a caution, is where you want to be on the bottom line. Because right now, if you take the lead, you're not going to win the race. You got to position yourself where you want to be.
And Sky Commons actually led that lap, by the way. And the 84 actually has officially started, technically.
Well, I lost enough money at Las Vegas gambling, so we don't have to do gambling in Canada this week.
Is it even legal?
I don't know. Is anybody in this race from Canada?
Good question. Maybe.
I don't know. I know there's only one German guy, but I don't think he's in the race.
Zebrahimian now goes for second on Preston Plord. Faith Rollins leads the lap. And here comes Jack James in the 13 truck.
We can always say Kev's a communist too, but I don't know if we go that far.
We definitely won't. As Kev now makes the move inside for fourth on Preston.
How about Trevor Germain coming up there? Trevor Germain does not have a top 10 this season. It's been
He's actually pushing that 00 there on that inside line.
The 06 had a very bad season, so it's really good to see him up here trying to make some moves.
Someone who's also had a bad season is Kyle Matthews, because he just never can catch a break in this series, period. He's up here in the top 10.
Yes, he's had a rough. John Irving up there with Sam Young, the guys who started in the bottom row.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Shelton's actually up to speed or not here, and she can actually get up to speed.
I think she will. I think the inside line is going to die and gain more momentum.
We'll have to see. Up to 193 at least. They are going 197 on that inside line. As Trevor Germain goes for the race lead, Matthews doesn't go with them, and Irvin will.
Now, Irvin, this is a good position for Irvin, because I don't see the 16 anywhere in the top 20, so this is a good position for him.
Gilbert last scored in 22nd, but is on the inside line.
So the inside line is where you want to be. So these guys in this position right now, they're going to be up there at the end of the race. It just does they get the run or not.
Clicked on the wrong thing. I was trying to click on the 06.
We don't really show Trevor Germain too much in this series. So.
True, as Sam Young now is second. Here comes James Qualls, Cole Deaver as well. And now Sam Young makes the move.
As really, I don't know why 18 ducking in between lines.
I don't know either, but I guess just didn't know which line wanted to go with. Maybe that's just rookie indecision there.
So it looks like, see, now making the pass, it's all about line momentum, where you can get on this lap.
As Cole Deaver and I lead the lap, Sam Young gets the 5 bonus points there.
This might be the most lead changes in Truck Series history.
Maybe. As you have your group of trucks back here that are just kind of riding, including Steve Pollard.
Yeah, the jinx of Steve Pollard continues.
But it's interesting that you got the 2 different packs of mentalities realistically there, as Shelton is up to speed just 5 laps down.
Well, there's no really sense of urgency, because even if you get the pass, you're going to get past in a lap or two. So you want to be in the back and position yourself for the win.
Well, the problem is if you don't go up to the front, you also don't know how many laps it'll take you to get to the front. So you don't know when to make that move.
Well, that's true. As right now, the 40 of that's Krista. Oh,
That's Louvier in the 40.
I was about to see Sabrina Rogers. Well, they were in the same truck. So.
And Gilbert now is up to third. Not able to make the right move, though, as Flickinger's going to fill that hole for third as Louvier goes for the lead.
How about Jermaine staying on the bottom line, even though he got past? Smart move by Jermaine right there.
And it looks like Louvier might be able to lead the lap as Flickinger makes the move. Yep, 40 leads the lap.
It's been a really clean race for a super speedway. Got to give it to these guys. Run really hard out there.
It's about when you give them that credit, though, that they'll probably wreck.
Well, we haven't seen much 3 wide or 4 wide actions. It's mainly been 2 wide.
True. I mean, their 3 wide start as Jermaine now once again makes the move for the lead.
Jermaine's got a really fast truck. And I think he's got the lead now, so he's going to fall back. He's not going to have enough time to get back to the front.
Probably not, but who knows? Depends on how far back he falls before he can get back in line.
As all 42 cars are all in the pack, separated by less than a second.
Yeah. Whoa!
Never mind about talent.
Separated by 2 seconds there back to Bafode Sacco that time.
Yep. So Tom Shelby, the 98 car going for 3. I don't think anybody's ever won 3 in a row.
Not in Reebok. And I don't know about whether or not in this series or not, as Stephen Paul III trying to make sure that that doesn't happen.
I know I won 4 straight in the S Fox League, but that was a long time ago.
Thing is, if he were able to win 3 in a row, think about this: 2 1.5s and then a super speedway.
That's impressive.
As now Pollard goes to the lead, I think Shelley's going to get credit for leading the lap. Yes, he will.
Well, I think I see some rain in turn 4.
Nice try. Alexander Rowe, looking for his second win on the season, is in second. Now Baranowskis is going to make the move for second. We haven't talked about him much all season.
No, first time I've really seen him up here. But Pollard's going to throw the block, but he's going to fall back eventually.
Baranowskis 30th in points coming into this one.
Now I see Hyatt coming up there. Hyatt's the guy who's trying to go for his 3rd win. He's trying to move there, but I think he's going to have a shot. It's a 17, great move right there.
Yep, just kind of snuckered his way inside of the 0-1 there, as Sky Common's not sure which line he wanted to work with there. Sky Common's still unsure of what his plans might be next season, but right now looking like he might be able to be in the series, and or at least looking good to probably get a ride. Who knows? We'll see.
Here we go. 3 wide for the lead. Oh,
nope.
77 back up.
As Brock now goes to second on Sky Commons. Here comes Zach Flickinger once again in the 9 truck. Doesn't feel like it had been that long ago for him.
All right, he's coming back down. So now we're hitting the stretch where we start looking at some of the trucks who can make moves. The 68, I think that is.
That is Tim Randolph in the 68 truck, yes.
We haven't talked much about him at all this season, coming up to make great moves.
And he's been overshadowed by his own teammate because Max Anderson, the 92 truck, went out and won Daytona. Granted, the SS Racing team has not been able to really say much since that win.
Well, the guys I'm looking back there are the 3 red trucks, the Pollards and Osborne. I think they're going to be the guys coming for the lead by the end of the race.
You know what's funny is actually you got Reynolds back there. That is Reynolds, Osborne, and I believe that is Card Pollard. Yes, or no, it's Steve Pollard, the 57.
I told you, Steve Pollard has had the best rating besides the Coca-Cola race, but I don't know if we're going to count that.
Actually, now I see where Card Pollard is at.
Yeah, Card Pollard, at least he led the second lap.
Led lap 1.
Sam Young, rough race, was up there in the lead pack, now back to last. Is Hyatt going for 3 wins this year?
Hyatt now makes the move on Almarego, but doesn't have help.
The bottom line kind of died.
Kind of, yeah. Then again, I think part of that was you had the top 5 were single file coming off turn 2.
Now, I think the 09 won at 2 road courses at Reynolds, right? Or I could be wrong.
Correct. 2 road courses in a row, actually. Watkins Glen and then Mosport.
Those red trucks are going to be the guys winning this race.
And right now, there are 4 laps to go. Who can position themselves well enough?
It's going to be them. I think it's going to be three: Osborne, Reynolds, or Steve Paul. It's going to be one of those three. All three of them have wins this. No, not Osborne, but two of them have wins this season.
I was going to say only two of them, as Gardner now makes the move on Hyatt. Right now the top two are single file. It's Randolph and Brock.
All right, so I'm going to expect the 68 to make a move, then the 2 truck to get underneath them right here. Just
Or
like
not. The 2 makes the move.
And here comes the red trucks, like I predicted. Nope, they're going to form up on the bottom again.
And I think they're getting there a little too early, though. There's only 3. There are 3 laps to go.
Well, I'm going to say that the 2 is going to pass them, the 83 is going to pass the 2, the 0 is going to pass the 09. Steve Pollock's going to win.
Gardner now goes for the race lead. Reynolds makes the move on Perkle.
Great move by Reynolds. Now, this is going to be interesting. Who can get the run on the high side, though? Here comes the red trucks, the Red Army.
Uh-oh. I just saw what I think I saw coming up on that inside line as well. 2 to go from Riki.
Is that big? Oh, my God.
It is!
It might happen.
As Gardner currently leads, Binky has not yet cracked the top 10.
Charles is about to burn. This race is...
I mean, she's not winning this race. As Pollard makes the move. That's on Osborne.
Steve Pollard's going to win the race.
Binky's going to get a top 10, though, out of this.
Okay, this race might get lost in the archives.
Kev Shear is pushing Binky. Sky Commons makes the move on the 57.
No, never mind. He's not winning the race now.
As the white flag is out, 1 lap to go.
It's going to come down to the 2. If Steve Paul gets to the bottom, he does. No, he's got a shot.
It's going to come down to the 2 and the 77.
If they get 3 wide here, Binky's got a shot.
There goes Commons with Baranowskis.
Here comes Binky.
She might get a top 5 out of this.
Oh, God. Charles is going to rage. Sky Commons coming off the corner. Looks like
off turn number 4. Binky's going to make the move on Shelley, I believe. But Commons will come down and he will win at Riki.
Binky got a top 5.
Jesus.
2 more laps.
So that happened.
This race
Sabrina Rogers, welcome back to last place in points.
Welcome to the unlisted 500.
Sabrina came home in 12th, actually.
I don't think Kev Shear.
Kev was 6th.
No, for pushing Louvier to a top 5.
So the top 10, Sky Commons grabs his first win of the season. Baranowskis, Samet Ozkan, Tom Shelley, Binky Louvier, Kev Shear, Amanda Shelley, Johnny Gardner, Steve Pollard, and James Qualls. I'm going to check something real quick if I can. Oh, never mind. It's his second career win. I wasn't sure if Sky had actually won in the Truck Series or not.
And also, Sabrina Rogers finished 12th.
Yeah, but the thing is, she was only 9 points ahead of Binky Louvier coming in.
This is just about as good as the season.
And she was 90 back of Samet Ozkan, so... So that happened. Chris Wilson ends up finishing last on the lead lap.
Elijah Gilbert, 39th. That's going to be a killer.
Yeah, we might have a new points leader, actually, then. Because Sky Commons is going to win the race. That's 180.
Yeah, we're going to have a new... Sky might take the points lead.
So,
you guys mentioned...
Steven, your final thoughts?
Well, like I mentioned, the guys in the back, Gilbert had a bad race last week at Vegas, so that was when these guys to capitalize. This has been the best race since the Season 2 Daytona 500, in my opinion. And
Sky started 17th and won, so...
Binky got a top 5. Kev is never making a cup race again after this. And we'll be back next week at Ontario.
Are you saying he's never making a cup race because he pushed Binky to a top 5?
Yes.
That's... him pushing Binky to a top 5 is not going to influence whether or not he makes a cup race.
I'm sure everybody in the comment section will have an opinion about that. We'll be back next week in California. We're done with Canada.
At least for
And
the
one
time
super
being.
speedway. Wait, what?
At least for the time being, because we still have Pick Stadium, so we'll be coming back to Canada here
Oh,
shortly.
God damn it. I got to bring my maple syrup. Anyways, we're going to have more SS racing next week, and we'll see a lot more plate racing, and Alexander will miss the cup race probably.
So, for Steven Ball third, Corn Fan 291, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more racing and gaming related content. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.